Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to learn how to create this creative text animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin but with the help of simple and cool tips and tricks inside of After Effects. And if you want to learn more about motion graphics and other stuff, then don't forget to check out my Udemy courses. All links are available in the description, and you can join my Motion Pro membership as well, which is just for 59 rupees, where you will get more extra tutorials of Adobe After Effects, Blender, Cinema 4D project files and much more, and it will be a support for this channel as well. And if you're new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any much more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe After Effects. Let's create a new composition and we are going to call it as main animation. Width is 1920, height is 180, frame rate is 30 and duration is 1 minute long, and background color is white color, and simply hit OK. Then go to choose grid and guide option and simply hit on title safe action to get this kind of grid. Then I'm going to press Ctrl N to create a new composition and I'm going to call it as strip. And width I'm going to choose 100 and height I'm going to choose 200 and simply hit OK. Then we will get this kind of strip. Now I'm going to press Ctrl Y to create one solid background which is in a white color. Then again I'm going to press Ctrl Y to create another background which is in black color, and let's hide this black color for now. Now I'm going to select my text tool and I'm going to type my text motion over here like this. I'm going to select this text and I'm going to choose black color, and also I'm going to change the font. Let's select this font and press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the Align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically. Then press S for scaling option and I'll scale the size somewhere around like this. And I'm going to select this text. I'm going to type this dash at first. Let's reduce the font size and I'm going to type dash over here as well. So we will get something like this. Then hit Ctrl Alt Home again, go to the Align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically. Now I'm going to select this text and I'll hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, and I'm going to enable this layer, which is you can enable this icon, so we will see only this, and instead of motion I'm going to type design over here. Okay, like that. Then select this, go to the Align tab, choose align horizontal and align vertical, and make sure to press Ctrl Alt Home to align their respective anchor point at the center. And select this layer, go to the character menu and change this into white color. Okay, and let's disable this. Now select this motion and move over here, and now I'm going to enable this black color. So first we have this design text, then we have this black layer which is this one. Okay, then we have this motion text which is this one, and then we have this white color text. Now not text but solid. Now select this motion and this white color solid layer and press Ctrl Shift C to pre-compose, and I'm going to call it as text 01 and hit OK. Then enable these two layers, select both of them and press Ctrl Shift C, and I'm going to call it as text 02 and hit OK. Now let's hide this. Select this text 01 and press P for position to create one keyframe. Zoom in and let's go somewhere around 2 seconds and press V, and by holding shift I'm going to bring this from here to here. Let's move this over here like that. Okay, and after that, when it's completely gone and almost touching the edge of this composition, I'm going to enable my first comp, which is this one, and I'm going to make it apparent with this first layer. Okay, then go to the 4 seconds and I'm going to copy this first keyframe, so hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So if you see this, now we are getting this animation and then we are getting this animation. Now I'm going to take a distance of 20 frames after 2 seconds. I'm going to select this layer, keyframe, and I'll hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V over here, and because we took gap of 20 frames, after this 4 frames we need gap of 20 frames, and I'm going to move this keyframe over here like that. Then I'm going to select those keyframes and I'm going to hit F9 to easy ease those keyframes. Go to the graph editor, right click and make sure to choose edit speed graph. select the speed graph, and by holding shift move this handle over here and move this handle over here. So now if you see this animation, we are getting this kind of smooth text animation. Okay, then go to the 4 seconds and select those keyframes, and by holding alt I'm going to bring this keyframes over here. Then alt click on the stopwatch and I'm going to apply loop out expression over here. So let's apply loop out expression like this. Okay, so we are gonna get this animation continuously. So one thing we need to remember that our animation is in the form of loop at 4 seconds. Then I'll go to the main animation and I'm going to bring my strip over here and press Ctrl K to open the project settings and change the color of this one to red one. Okay, just for now. Now I'm going to select the strip and I'll hit Ctrl D, and I'm gonna go in Windows and I'm going to choose my animation point composer anchor point mover, and I'm going to click I'm going to click on this arrow, so our anchor point is gonna come over here. If you don't want to use it, all you can do is simply select this layer and choose your pen behind tool, and you can enable this snapping option, and then you can simply bring this over here. Then I'm going to hit Ctrl D again and I'm going to bring this anchor point over here. Then select this, hit Ctrl D, and now press Ctrl Alt Home to align their respective anchor point at the center. Okay, like that. Now we need to select all of these layers and convert these layers into 3D. I'm going to select this layer and I'll press R for rotation, and let's rotate it on plus 90 degree like that. Then select this, press R for rotation, and let's rotate it on minus 90 degree like this. And now we need to bring it forward. So instead of using this active camera, I'm going to choose top view and select your selection tool and try to bring this over here, so it should touch this. You can hold control as well to be precise. Okay, so let's try to move this somewhere around over here. Okay, zoom in, and with the help of arrow keys as well you can try to be precise. I'm going to bring this little bit over here. Okay, so this one looks good to me. Now let's make this fit, and now over here I'm gonna go in custom view so I can see something like this. Okay, now let's play this animation, and as you if you see over here, this text is quite weird. So what we can do, first of all, select all of them and press Ctrl Alt Home to align the respective anchor points at the center. Now what I want is that I want this one should be in a reversible format, so I'll press R, and instead of 90 I'm going to type minus 90 over here, and over here I'm going to press R, and instead of minus 90 I'm going to type plus 90. Okay, so now we are gonna get this kind of stuff over here like this. Okay, so this is our cube. So now let's make this active camera. Go to the start, select all of this and press Ctrl Shift C, and I'm going to name it as cube. Okay, and hit OK, and click on this icon as well as this 3D icon. Press R for rotation, and now we have to rotate it on minus 90 degree, and simply bring this downwards like that. After that I'm going to right click new and create one camera, and let's choose angle of view to 89 and hit OK. Then select this cube, press P for position, and let's change the position on Z axis to somewhere around over here like that. Now after this let's go to the top view over here so we can see this from here. Now select this, hit Ctrl D, press P for position, and let's try to bring this from here to here like that. Okay, now if you see over here we have something like this. So now let's take a proper round figure. So over here I'm going to choose 2300 instead of whatever value over here, and over here I'm going to choose 2000 or even less than that. So let's make this 2100 like that. Okay, so what will happen, the difference between these two values is 200. Okay, so with the help of that we can create duplicates of it. So let's delete this, and now I'm going to type alt click on this stopwatch, and I'm going to type open and close square bracket, and inside that type position. After that open and close square bracket and type 0. After that hit comma and again time position, again open and close square bracket and time 1. After that comma, again type position, open and close square bracket, and type 0. Now because the distance between these two is should be 200, so I'm going to type minus 200 star index. Okay, and deselect this. And now if I select this, and let's try to bring this over here, and now if I hit Control D, I'm gonna get duplicates of this. So now let's make this active camera view, let's make this fit, and now if I hit Control D several times, I'm gonna get this kind of stuff, and I'll get this kind of animation. Now what we can do over here is that I'm going to select this cube, and let's minimize it and zoom in. I'm gonna go somewhere around 5 seconds or 5 frames, select all of this layers, hold alt close square bracket, right click, keyframe assistance, sequence layers, hit OK, zoom out, and let's try to increase the duration of it up to this. Then select this and hit I to move over here. Select all of this and hold alt open square bracket, go to the start, and let's move this over here. So now if you see this animation, we are gonna get this kind of reveal over here. Now what I want is that this thing should start to rotate as well. So right click new and create one null object, convert that null object into 3D, select all of this and all of these layers and make it apparent with this null. Select this null, press P, and you can change the position of Z somewhere around over here as well if you want. Like, okay, it's totally up to you. I think up to this is good, or you if you want, then you can try to bring this totally backward like that. Okay, this looks good to me. Now I'll go to the start, and I know that my animation is going to be in the form of loop at 4 seconds. So 4 plus 4 is 8. So if I select this null object, if I press R, and I can rotate it on X, not X, but I think on Y axis or Z axis, like that I can rotate. So let's try to do it, but before that press P, and let's move this value to somewhere around over here. Then press R for rotation, create one keyframe at Z, and as I said, 4 plus 4 8. So my animation is going to be in the form of loop at 8 seconds, and at 8 seconds I'm going to make this 360-degree rotation, and I'll hit N over here. Okay, like that. Then hit U, then I'm gonna go in the start, and as you guys can see, I'll get this animation like this in the form of loop. Similarly, I'm gonna get this animation in the form of loop at 12 second as well. So just to make this animation a little bit slow, what I can do, I'm going to select this and I'll press R for rotation. Let's select this and let's move this over here like this at 12 seconds properly, and hit N over there. Okay, so what will happen is that at this point I'm gonna get this animation in the form of loop. Then select all of them and press Ctrl Shift C, and I'm going to call it as animation and hit OK. Then press Ctrl Y to create one solid background and try to bring this backward like this. Or you can press Ctrl Y and you can choose white color background as well to get this kind of stuff. So this is how you can create this kind of creative text animation inside of Adobe After Effects.